Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum, and welcome to another episode of Suhoor Bites, where we take a few moments each morning to reflect on the wisdom of the Qur'an. In these blessed moments before dawn, as we nourish our bodies for the day of fasting ahead, let us also feed our souls with the light of divine guidance. Each day we will reflect on a verse from the Qur'an, drawing inspiration and lessons to carry with us throughout the day. Today we are looking at Surah Al-A'raf, verse 118, which says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. فَوَقَعَ الْحَقُّ وَبَطَلَ مَا كَانُوا يَعْمَلُونَ. So the truth was established, and the works of the magicians were rendered invalid. The context of this verse is well known. There are many storybooks and movies that have been made about it. It is Prophet Musa's story, where he faced Fir'aun's magicians. The magicians threw down ropes and created the illusion of snakes slithering. But when Musa threw his staff, it became a real serpent that swallowed the ropes of the magicians. Allah says in the Qur'an, and we signaled to Moses, throw down your staff, and behold, it was swallowing what they had faked. This verse is representative of the interplay between truth and falsehood in this world, where falsehood or batil appears in this world as beautiful shapes, and it amazes many of us, but in reality it is engulfed and overtaken by truth. We have a beautiful metaphor in the Qur'an to demonstrate this further. In Surah Al-Ra'd, verse 17, Allah says, He sends down rain from the sky such that the valleys are filled to their capacity, and the torrent carries a rising foam. And from the ore which they heat in the fire, desiring ornaments and utensils, is a foam like it. This is how Allah compares truth and falsehood. As for the foam, it vanishes, being cast off, and as for that which benefits the people, it remains on the earth. That is how Allah draws a comparison. The imagery in this verse is very interesting. The rain and metal ore have both been likened to truth, while the foam produced as a result of heavy rain, or the impurities that come to the surface when metal is heated, are likened to falsehood. Think about boiling water, or a foamy wave at the beach. The bubbles might look impressive, but they pop and vanish, leaving the real substance behind. Similarly, falsehoods such as lies and injustice may catch our attention or even scare us for a little while, but they have no lasting foundation. They are like foam, destined to disappear. In our life today, we may often see situations that feel overwhelming or unfair, such as lies, manipulation, and oppression. At times it can seem like falsehood is winning because it's loud, flashy, or widespread, but these verses remind us that truth is always more powerful than any illusion or deception. Even if it doesn't happen overnight, falsehood eventually crumbles, just as the illusions of the magicians. It might be appealing and exciting to do things that align with falsehood, because we get some outcomes that we desired. Or we were able to make a bit of extra money, or get some power in our hands. But knowing that Allah created a world in which truth will always triumph should keep us accountable as well as give us hope in the face of injustice. You might wonder, how can we engage with the truth in a meaningful way? In everyday situations, whether it's at work, school, or home, we should make a conscious effort to have integrity, be honest, fair, and trustworthy. If someone invites you to cut corners or twist the truth, remember these verses that highlight the fragility of falsehood. It may look easier in the moment, but it rarely ends well. We also need to be confident in speaking out when we see injustice and falsehood. Speaking and acting with wisdom, knowing what is appropriate and most effective for the moment as well as the long term, is extremely important in the support of truth. There are also days when you may feel discouraged by all the negativity around you. Maybe on the news, social media, or even within your community, it may feel like falsehood is everywhere. However, we can take solace in knowing Allah's promise that falsehood is nothing but foam and will not last. Sometimes we might feel too small or too powerless to make a difference, but remembering the story of how Prophet Musa's staff ended the big show of the magicians should strengthen our belief that even if it feels like speaking the truth or not joining a harmful trend is difficult and might isolate you in the society, Allah will be in our corner because we have chosen to stand up for truth.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
فوقع الحق وبطل ما كانوا يعملون فغلبوا هنالك وانقلبوا صاغرين وألقي السحرة ساجدين